You don't have to be a victim to your procrastination. In fact, let's remove the concept of you having procrastination and let's introduce the concept of procrastination trying to get a hold of you. Because there's a difference. If you believe you are a procrastinator, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to continue to procrastinate because you're going to want to live up to that identity that you've created for yourself. However, if you realize, and notice I said realize, not belief, because this is the truth. If you realize that the procrastination is just an act that you've been engaging in, but that you don't have to continue engaging in because it's a decision, you're going to allow yourself to be free of that procrastination. In fact, think about it this way. What you're doing when you're procrastinating is you are creating problems for your future self. So I would argue, if you love yourself and if you value yourself, procrastinating is self-destruction. Procrastinating is self-harm, and it's in a terrible way, because it's in a way that doesn't cause pain in the immediate. It's kind of like drinking alcohol. It doesn't cause pain in the immediate, but excessive consumption causes pain in the long run. Even if you're not getting crazily drunk, it does stuff. It does stuff to your liver. And it's the same way that you procrastinating on that assignment that you have to do. You procrastinating on putting in the work that you know that you need to put in to build your business. You procrastinating on applying to those jobs. You procrastinating on getting your ass to the gym is creating problems for your future self. You are literally borrowing pleasure. No, not borrowing. Stealing pleasure from your future self. Stealing because your future self has no say in this right now. Only your current self can decide the reality that your future self is going to live. So you're stealing pleasure. You're stealing fulfillment from your future self, simply to please your short-term gratification. Simply so that you can just continue scrolling on Instagram. Simply so that you can continue scrolling on TikTok. Is it worth it? Is it worth the pain that you're inevitably going to cause to your future self? And I'm not saying never scroll on Instagram. I'm not saying never scroll on TikTok. But what I am saying is there's a limit. And even more importantly, what I'm saying is you need to consciously recognize that there's a cost to your inaction. So if you're scrolling on Instagram, TikTok for a little 5 minutes or so, it's probably not going to make that much difference in the grand scheme of things if you're doing that here and there. But if you're scrolling for hours on end on a daily basis, what do you think is going to happen? Where do you think your life is going to end up if a lot of your time is being sucked away by a version of you that doesn't even care about your future self? It's selfish when you think about it. Procrastination is selfish. And it doesn't just rob your own future, but it robs the future of the people around you. Why? Because I'm sure you know, based on the goals that you have, I trust that if you're watching this video, you're the kind of person who, when you're achieving your goals, when you're achieving the things that you want to achieve in your life, the people around you are going to be better off too. Because you're going to be helping the people around you as well. Whether that's through direct support, let's say it's helping them financially, let's say it's helping them, I don't know, like literally giving them like advice mentally, or whether it's the inspiration, whether it's the indirect help that you're giving them, from them seeing you as the example, from them seeing what you've been able to achieve, what you've been able to do with your life. So if your achievements and your persistence, if the result of you sowing your seeds is going to benefit all of the people around you, understand that reality already exists. The reality where you've already achieved all of these things already exists. So you now not following through on the things that you need to do to achieve them, you're taking those things away from the people that you love. You're taking those things away from yourself, and you're taking those things away from the world. Because you and I both know that the world would be a better place if you were able to hit your goals. If you're able to make more money, you're probably going to give more money to the homeless. You're probably going to be more generous with the people around you. If you're in better shape, you're able to inspire people better. You're able to support. You're able to protect people better. You're able to be a better example for your children. Whether you have children now or whether you want to have children in the future, it takes time to build a body worth praising. Bodies, I mean, you can praise anybody, of course, but our bodies are amazing things in and of themselves. But you get what I mean by that. So think about that. Reduce the level of procrastination. Because procrastination doesn't only stare your destination, it also stares the destination of those who are waiting. They're waiting for you. That was a little freestyle, a couple little rhymes there. I had to. But with that being said, you've been tuning in with Learning with Lamar. Make sure you guys have an amazing day. And in fact, beyond having an amazing day, I want you to have a productive day. I want you to decide today that there's going to be something that you've been procrastinating on that you're going to do. And I want you to let me know what that thing is in the comments to keep yourself accountable. And then come back to that comment and say, I've done it.